The nation pausing to remember the September 11th terror attacks on the 20-year anniversary. Right now, you are looking live at the New York City skyline. President Joe Biden stopped here and in D.C. and Pennsylvania today.
CBS 17's Jesse Tenor shows us how the nation honored the nearly 3,000 Americans killed 20 years ago.
The events here began at sunrise, with a continuous message of unity carrying throughout the day, and one Pentagon officials hope continues across the country.
20 years ago began as a typical morning for Pentagon employees.
But at 9:37 a.m. on September 11th, 2001,
in seconds, scores of lives were lost.
General Mark Milley, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, remembered the 184 Americans killed in the Pentagon attack in the building and on Flight 77.
Dr. Yenene Betrue.
The innocent ranged in age from 3 to 71 years old.
Petty Officer, Second Class, Chris Romero Bishundat.
Just as we once worked alongside so many of them, we now mourn alongside all of you.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said the Pentagon has worked these past 20 years to honor their sacrifices by defending the country against terrorism.
It will always be our duty to fulfill their missions and to live up to their goodness and to stand guard over this democracy.
This is the first 9/11 anniversary without U.S. troops in Afghanistan. And as debate about the withdrawal continues, Pentagon officials remembered those who gave their lives during the war and those now back home who are questioning their impact.
You did your duty. Your service mattered. Your sacrifice was not in vain.
The day's final commemoration at the Pentagon happened before sunset. The commander-in-chief, President Biden, laid a wreath after stops at the other two attack sites in New York City and Shanksville, Pennsylvania. In Washington, Jesse Tenor, CBS 17 News.
Former President George W. Bush took part in the service at the Flight 93 Memorial near Shanksville, Pennsylvania.
In these memories, the passengers and crew of Flight 93 must always have an honored place. Here, the intended targets became the instruments of rescue, and many who are now alive owe a vast, unconscious debt to the defiance displayed in the skies above this field.
The former president also praised Americans for coming together after the attacks and thanked the first responders who put everything on the line to save lives.